Hi, my name is Abby Facemyer, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 important aspects of raising show cattle. I've been raising cattle since I was 10 years old with my brother. What I enjoy about showing is the competitive aspect of it, and I love being around the animals. It is a lot of hard work, but it is all worth it in the show ring at the end. The 5 most important aspects of raising show cattle are to feed them right, halter break them, bathe them, set them up, and love on them. First, I'm going to talk to you about what cattle should be getting every single day. Just like any other animal, they need feed. Cattle should be getting 2.5% of their body weight in feed. You want to make sure to feed cattle in separate pens so that you know they are getting the right amount of feed. You want to feed them at least 2 times a day, or in some cases maybe more. They also need water. It should be clean water 24/7. If they're not getting water, then they're going to be dehydrated and they're not going to eat, and they could possibly have to go to the vet. Also, they need hay all the time. Hay helps them to digest their food. If they're not getting hay, then they're not digesting their food. So the first thing I talked to you about was appetite. Next, I'm going to talk to you about halter breaking your cows. If you don't know what this means, it means that you need to be able to handle and control your animal. You don't want to go in right away and start putting a halter on your animal because it doesn't know what you're like and you don't know what they're like. You're unfamiliar with them, so you want to brush them and rub on them a little bit. Once the cow is okay with you touching it, then you can take the rope halter and start rubbing on it a little bit. Once you're able to get the halter on the cow, now you can start leading them around. They're going to be wild at first, so you want to make sure to start in a small area. You don't want to let them get away, because if they get away, they will know that they can keep getting away over and over. One thing that we do is we tie our cows to the four-wheeler and pull them around so that they get used to it. So now that the cattle can be handled, I want to talk to you about giving them baths. It is important to give them baths because it keeps their hair clean and it keeps their body temperature low. If cows are hot, then they're not going to eat. One thing that we do is we rinse our cattle every single day in the summer. We get them in a routine so that they know they are getting a bath and they get excited. Some people don't have the facilities to wash them in the winter, but it does make a huge impact because it is better to wash them all throughout the project, which is spread out, than to just do it at the end. We never put our cattle back wet. We always blow them out before putting them away. This helps to volumize and make their hair look fuller. You want to brush their hair the opposite way of the way it sits. This also helps their hair to stand up. Now I'm going to talk to you about having a perfect setup. The more practice, the better is always good when you're setting up your animal. You want to be on the right side of the cow, and all 4 legs are going to be square, except the back right leg is going to be pulled up a little bit. The left side of the animal is known as the show side, and this is the side that the judge looks at. The judge expects you to have them set up this way every time, and if you don't, then they might not look at your animal or just place you lower. You also get a show stick when you're showing. You want to have minimal use with it though, because it distracts the judge from looking at your animal to looking at you. The best thing is to walk them right into their setup, because then you don't have to use a show stick at all. So with more practice, you become more confident. If you are confident in the ring, then the judge will recognize and he could place you higher just because it looks like you know what you're doing. So we have talked about feed, we talked about halter breaking the cows and baths, and we talked about setting them up, and the last thing I want to talk about is love. Just like pets, cattle need love. The worst thing that you could do is beat or mistreat your animal. They are smart and they can tell when you're mad. If you are mad and the animal is mad, it's never going to end well. One thing that we do is that we give them treats. When they do good, we give them a treat, or every time after a bath, we give them a treat. And then they know next time that after they're done, they're going to get rewarded. And they also will listen better. This will show in the ring what type of attitude you have. Those people who are working hard and loving on their animal are the ones that place better. Cows who act up or don't listen are the people that don't care and just don't want to be there. In conclusion, it is so fun when you're doing the things the right way. Overall, that was a lot of information, but just remember that the 5 important aspects of raising cattle are to feed them right, halter break them, bathe them, set them up, and love on them. It is lots of work and it takes lots of time, but there are so many life lessons to be learned. Thanks.